So actually melt them and create a color. So that's kind of the basics of creating your own color. This is the original color of beeswax. So this is the color, and this is purified. I'm sorry, I just need contrast. Here I'm using chiseling, and these are my tools, and they're very dirty. I guess I need my glasses too, but it's okay. So I'll use something that is very, very find what I'm looking for. Sharp. It should be very sharp. Maybe that one, or maybe that one. Maybe that one will be better with this one. So if you see where I have the paint, so this is the drawing process that you constantly add or remove.
I love that.
So are you scraping off wax or just paint or?
So this is very interesting, that my favorite combination is wax and colored shellac. So the shellac is there. So I use, I don't know if you know, this is for furniture, and it's made from the spit of a bug.
Oh.
So actually it's a natural product. They dissolve in alcohol. You can buy the flakes of this bug. You can do it yourself. And then I add colors. I can also pick, but only dry colors. Like you cannot add oil or acrylic because it will just, especially with alcohol, no way it's going to work. And this mixture,
powder?
yeah, this is a powder. They're very toxic. So in general, I use mask. They're not very, very toxic, but you should.
I have a friend who's an artist who studies the toxicity of pigments.
Would it work with like natural pigmented, like I know a flower that's blue, and they make a blue natural dye from it. Would that work?
Everything that's natural.
It would work?
Everything that's not acrylic.
Okay, not.
So if you have a synthetic material, what will happen? It will melt. So if you apply heat, the way I'm using heat, acrylic doesn't work. Oil, if you extract the pigment from the oil, it doesn't have a sharp edges. Roscoe hot plate, it's not my favorite. It's very cheap, which is great.
Yep.
It's easy to clean. It doesn't heat very evenly. So let's say here you don't have enough heat, but when you go here, it's overheats, which can make your paint burn. So what? Let's see what I'm doing. It's all broken, a little bit loose. But let's say I want to have. My idea now is to take off, expose more of the hand, let's say here, and I noticed that, I guess, if that's my line here, I need more of the figure. This is called accretion, which is applying layers of wax so you can get raised surface where you have so we see the raised areas right here. I'll show you. And then you remove so the paint doesn't attach to the low areas. And this is going to be a constant. So I need paintbrush. Good. So let's say I want to make something interesting. I want to have, and it's very messy. In general, I can make just like some abstract shape, and then I go over very lightly. And you see how it sticks to the top? That's why I don't care much about this part, because then I'll be scraping out. So the idea is to actually have these interesting colors overlapping. And you have to work very fast. There is no time, because the moment you lift your brush, it sets. I use gloves, usually. and I really recommend it. Okay. Precision is not like I want to have something here, maybe just some accent, maybe here. More. So what color maybe I can put here? Let's say I want to have maybe that color. No, something different, something that is really going to be heat. Maybe some.
Very different if you want
Okay, so now I'm applying another layer on top. It's not very warm. That's why I'm saying it's nice to have a nice griddle, like Presto griddles. They're very good, the brand Presto. They're made in Wisconsin and they're very nice. The Costco grill, I know it's cheap, but don't need fuss. It's easy to clean because of the.
Is this sold for cooking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are heating grills for cooking. So maybe I can add some red, something that's outside. And the different colors here. Maybe you can add some orange. Probably that's nice. So if I need to have, I can always add a little bit of the clear. So this is how I'm making the colors more transparent. And every layer needs to be fused, because if I don't heat it, eventually the layers will separate.
So is this similar to what was done early on in the Egyptian artists that you have displayed there, or has it, the paints must be different and the wax must be different?
Everything is different, I think. So they didn't have electrical tools. So they had completely different metal tools that they heated and they painted with them. They used very basic colors. I think the black, the yellow, burnt sienna, black, and maybe blue, but they didn't have green. So this is their heat is the same. The process of heating and melting is the same. But today, I mean, we're lucky with these different tools.
Yeah, blue's very difficult to get naturally.
So maybe they had something, either
I
green.
think it's lapis lazuli. I'm pronouncing it
There are
wrong.
5 colors.
And it's very expensive to get.
Okay, so now I can heat that with this tool. And I'll put the paper in the I constantly burn them. This one is burned. And then you can just start, like, usually going one way and fuse. Yeah, you can come closer. It's a very, very, the flame is, so this is the fusing.
So cool.
Yeah.
But I don't try to melt it completely because I want the texture, because I'm going to add more and more of the layers.
You have different kinds of waxes there, like these Is this one with pigment and that one's without, or?
Yes, this is the natural beeswax, and it's yellow. And then this is the, what is it? This is the color of the, you can see that, this is the color of the palettes. They're purified, so that's why they're white. There are two ways to purify. One is mechanical, which is light, another is chemical, and they say the chemical purified wax is not very good. But I buy them online, so honestly, I don't know what happened. And when I'm happy, I can start removing more and more. Like I'm looking at this, and I can see that, you know, this one definitely I'll need to remove. Because here I'll add another color. Maybe it's going to be gold. I can use gold foil at the end. But it's going to be something different. Like the nose. This is one of the techniques. The paintings over there, they're done a little bit different. I'm incorporating some photo elements, and it's called, it is called transfer. So actually I'm transferring, and I can go and just kind of remove everything that I don't like. I don't need. It's a very physical process. You can sit, usually I don't because it's difficult to see the angle. Like for instance here, if I sit, it's very difficult to see where I'm going.
Do you save the leftover wax?
Always. Sometimes I apply on the painting on top because, you know, maybe it's interesting to put it here, and I never throw anything.
You don't ever throw anything away. I love that. I think it's great.
Okay, so here is my, you know, I can, and this is very quick. Now I'm just trying to demonstrate. Usually I don't work very quickly. And here, if you have impurities, you can go and remove. My favorite tool is this one, for instance, this one, because it's really broad. This is for ceramic, remove it, so I don't care much. When it's really, I like the colors here and everything, then I'll clean the angel. And then I'll decide the highlights. We're talking about this area, this, and then decide what. You know, you can put, for instance, gold foil out. Let me show you.
You apply heat to that afterwards?
Yes, so now I'm not careful, I just want to just put it here, and I need a burnishing tool, so I'm using something like that. Parchment paper, unfortunately, I didn't bring my wax. Take a wax paper and try to glue it to something, even tape, try to put tape. Not very good. But I don't need to put always coating. A coating, when I say coating, this is actually what I do. This is the clear.
Just a clear wax. Okay. Gotcha.
So I think they're a little white. My glue is not coating, it's kind of getting cold, I don't know why. But let's say I want to have a little bit of light. You can apply more color. This is the dry brush, so it's very dry. It's not very. Somewhere in the composition, but I don't know, maybe not. And then you see why I'm not doing anything in the central area, because it doesn't matter at this stage. Now again I need to fuse. shellac also is not a friend of heat. So I'm just trying to fuse gently. Here, I'm going over that and you can see it's still, you can see the symbol of the gold. Because the shellac gives me precision, wax is not precise, but shellac helps me to have something that is like a drawing.
Yeah, and I love how it looks, I don't know how to describe it, with the shellac, it's right there in the
Yeah, you can
head.
touch it actually, because it's very easy.
And the way it looks like it kind of like bubbled and everything.
This is called, I can show you the effect of shellac, but they need a small glass. Let's see. Maybe on this one or let's see if I'm going to blow the electricity. So this is the shellac. I can add actually here some shellac. I need to wait until it probably kind of a few minutes. Okay, while this I think is getting warm? Yeah. Yeah, it's getting there. So this is very wet, so if I try to burn the shellac now, it will start burning by itself. So I'm using the heat to evaporate the alcohol. It's like wine, drinking wine, but it's not really so much fun.
You're allowed to breathe it while you're evaporating?
Yeah, you can be lightheaded, that's for sure. No, just joking. No, but if you work a long time with burning shellac, definitely you can. So, okay, that's getting there. Let me just put a little bit of that. So let's say I want to block this area. Okay, so I'll just. So this is hot glue, just regular, and I'm using it to create textures and block the background below. It's not very perfect. Definitely you cannot control even if you're trying to be precise, but it can create some abstract, interesting. Okay, so now that will go away here.
Can you use other glues? Other glues?
You mean hot
Like-
glues or?
Elmer's.
Yeah, you can use other glues. This actually you can burn glue. It's very interesting. If you have glue, I can show you that. Okay, so I'm putting this here. And then I'll. Let's see if I can do that.
Does it have to be right when the glue's still hot?
No, I'm just because it's a demonstration. In general, I'll wait a little bit,
Yeah.
but I'm just applying it now quickly. And so that was my torch.
Oh, and it remelts.
And you can incorporate it inside the wax. And when it's hard, it's really interesting. It gives this, so now it's probably very, very wet because the glue is keeping the temperature for a longer time very high. So if I didn't have glue, probably it will be, and see how it's liquid and I can see it. So I'll wait a little bit here before I give it to you to see it, and then I'll do a shellac. So you can just, you can create these very beautiful bubbles.
I'm impressed. That's good.
And it's archival.
Thank you. I want to say thank you. I live right there. That's right.
You're lucky.
I live right. Can I? Do you have time for a picture? Can I get a picture? Do you do pictures?
I don't know if you're lucky to live there,
Thank
but
you.
it's a great, great place.
I was like, I wanted to see if I.